good morning song. Mickey's going to help us practice some of our letters. We're going to read a story and check out some of our favorite dog books. And then we're going to sing a song. Let's start with our good morning song. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We are all in our places with bright shining faces. This is a good way to start a new day. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Mickey, let's practice some of our letters and see if we can make a word. So, as you might have noticed, today we're doing all sorts of things about dogs. We love dogs, don't we, Mickey? Yeah. So, we are going to spell a word. Can you help me out, Mickey? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's our word. It has 3 letters. What letters are they? D, O, and G. What sounds do they make? D makes a D, D, D sound. O makes an aw sound in this word. And G makes a G sound in this word. G, G, G. D-og. 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 Dog! Our word today is dog. Hey, Mickey, you can eat the word dog. Ready? Good job, Mickey. Thank you for helping us practice the word dog. D-O-G. Dog. There's lots of words that rhyme with the word dog. Remember, a rhyming word sounds the same at the end of the word. Let's see if we can think of some words that rhyme with dog. Dog, hog, log, frog. Can you think of some other ones? Good job. Okay, next on our list is a story. Before we pick our story today, let's take a look at some of me and Mickey's favorite books with dogs in them. We have so many. What have you got back here, Mickey? Oh, here's one. Harry the Dirty Dog by Jean Zion. We love this story. It's about a little dog named Harry, and he runs away from home because he doesn't want a bath. Do you like baths? Mickey does not like baths. So, if you want to check out Harry the Dirty Dog, make sure you go to your library or bookstore and find this one. Let's see what else we have. Okay, here's another story that me and Mickey love. Dream Dog by Lou Berger and David Catrell. In Dream Dog, there's a little boy that would really like a real dog, but his dad is allergic to dogs. They make him sneeze. So he imagines that he has a dog. That's a fun one to check out. Let's see what's next. Oh, Dr. Potts, My Pets Have Spots by Rod Hull and Miriam Latimer. This story, the main character in the story has lots of pets, not just a dog. And these poor pets keep getting sick. They have all sorts of problems. That's a good one to check out with your puppy. Okay, the next one is called Find Momo. And this is a little bit of a different book. In this book, your job is to find Momo as he's hiding in the different pictures in the book. And it features photography by Andrew Knapp. So he's taken all sorts of pictures with his dog Momo, and you need to try to find him in the pictures. So let's take a look. There's some beautiful pictures. Here's a nice fall picture. And you have to see if you can find Momo hiding in the picture. This is a great one that me and Mickey like to take a look at when we're just relaxing. Okay, here's another one. The pigeon wants a puppy. In this silly story, it's mostly about the pigeon, but you have to wait and see if he is able to get a puppy. It's kind of fun too. Oh, are you back, Mickey? Hop on up. Mickey came back for his most favorite, and my most favorite too. This story is called Carson Crosses Canada, and it's by Linda Bailey and Cass Reich. This is the story we're going to read today, our favorite, right, Mickey? Carson Crosses Canada. There's a great map in the front of the cover that shows all of the provinces and territories in Canada. And it shows the path that Carson is going to cross on his travels. Carson Crosses Canada. Annie Magruder and her little dog Carson lived in the town of Tofino. Every day they walked beside the great Pacific Ocean. They loved the salt air, they loved their red house, and they loved their sweet life together. Then one day, Annie got a letter. "Pack your suitcase," she told Carson. "My sister Elsie's sick, and she needs some cheering up." Carson didn't have a suitcase, but he got very excited when Squeaky Chicken went into the car. Annie packed camping gear and dog food. She filled a cooler with bologna sandwiches. Then she and Carson piled into the car and drove east. All morning they drove in the rattle-bang car. Carson scratched at the door. "Were they there yet?" "Oh no," said Annie. "It's a very long way, all the way across Canada. But there's a surprise when we get there for you, Carson." Carson loved surprises. Squeaky Chicken had been a surprise. Every time Carson chewed, he got a brand new noise. Scream! Wee! Wee! On they drove, along twisty roads, through mountains as high as the sky. "The Rockies," said Annie. "If we were younger, we could climb them." "Rough," said Carson. "You're right," said Annie. "It would be rough." That night, she put up their tent in the woods. Carson watched for bears. No bears came, but Carson was ready. They rolled on down to a land of lumpy humps. "Hoodoos," said Annie. "This is dinosaur country." When Carson saw the giant bones, he got very excited. Was this his surprise? But before he could take a single bite, Annie dragged him away. "Settle down, boy," she said. Carson had never imagined a bone could get that big. Next day, the land flattened out. Grain grew in carpets, yellow, blue, gold. "Oh my," said Annie, when they stopped for lunch. "Will you look at all that sky?" But Carson was looking at the ground. There were grasshoppers everywhere. It took most of his lunchtime to catch one. He ate it for dessert. The next day was a scorcher. That's what Annie said. The sun beat hard on the highway. Carson drooped all over. When he saw the lake, he was so happy he tried to leap out the window. Annie held him back. "Hang on, boy," she said. Soon they were both in Lake Winnipeg. Carson dog-paddled up to Annie and gave her a lick on the nose. For one cool blue moment, they were exactly the same size. After that, there were days of rocks and trees. Carson thought the trees would never end. He barked and barked out the window. Where was his surprise? Annie gave him a pat. It's still a long way to Elsie's. That night, they listened to the loons. "Ooh, ooh." "Oh my," said Annie. Canada, such a grand land to cross. And then came a grand sight indeed, a wall of water thundering down a cliff. Carson yapped in amazement. He was used to water that stayed flat. He and Annie watched till they were soaked all over. Then Annie went to buy a souvenir of Niagara Falls. Carson found a grassy spot and left a little souvenir of his own. Next came a lively old city where people called Carson a chien. That's dog in French, whispered Annie. They sat in a cafe and ordered a pie filled with pork. It was called tourtière. Carson didn't care what it was called, as long as it had meat. He ate that pie in 2 bites. And still they kept on driving. Carson was half asleep when Annie let out a yell. Look, the Atlantic Ocean! Carson jumped out and ran, right to the water's edge. It smelled like the ocean back home. He sat with Annie and watched the tide go out. It left a sea of mud as far as the eye could see. Oh no, cried Annie suddenly. Carson, don't you dare! But Carson couldn't help himself. He rolled all over the seabed. Best mud ever. The next day they crossed to an island of red and green, just like a postcard, said Annie. She stopped at a beach to buy lobster rolls. Carson ate his in 1 gulp. We're getting close, said Annie. I hope you'll like your surprise. But Carson knew that what he'd really like. Annie's lobster roll. Mickey, were you licking your lips at that one? He's thinking about lobster rolls. We're almost there, said Annie as they left the island. In the campground that night, there was fiddle music. So friendly and fast it made everyone dance. Annie clapped and jigged. Carson chased his tail. Tomorrow, whispered Annie as they snuggled in their tent. The Rattlebane car drove onto a ferry. And at last they were finally there. A house stood waiting beside the ocean. It was red like the house back home. Out came a woman who looked like Annie. Her steps were slow, but her smile was as wide as the sea. Oh, my dear, cried Elsie, and she hugged Annie hard. I am so glad to see you. The hugging went on for a very long time. Carson let out a yip. Oh, said Annie, do you want your surprise? Look, there he is. Carson stared. His surprise was a dog who looked so much like Carson, it was like looking into a mirror. It's your brother, said Annie. Digby, do you remember? Carson barked with delight. This was even better than Squeaky Chicken. Carson hadn't seen his brother since they were pups. He couldn't believe how handsome Digby had grown. As they unpacked the Rattlebane car, Elsie smiled. She said seeing Annie and Carson was the best medicine in the world. In the days that followed, they walked together beside the great Atlantic Ocean. Annie and Elsie, Carson and Digby, they loved the salt air. They loved the red house, and they loved their sweet time together. It was grand. What a long, long trip they went on. How did you like that story? I hope you liked it as much as Mickey and I love that one. We have one last job on our list for today. Let's sing some of our favorite dog songs. First, this song's called How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that dog is for sale. Good singing. Okay, let's sing I Have a Dog and His Name is Rags. This one's fun because it has some actions. I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his tummy sags. His ears flip-flop and his tail wig-wags. And when he walks zig-zag. He goes flip-flop. flop, wig, wag. Zigzag, he goes, flip, flop, wig, wag. Zigzag, he goes, flip, flop, wig, wag. Zigzag, I love Rags, and he loves me. Good singing. Do you think you can remember the words and the actions? Help me out. I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his tummy sags. His ears flip-flop and his tail wig-wags. And when he walks, zigzag. He goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, he goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, he goes flip-flop, wig-wag. Zigzag, I love Rags, and he loves me. I love Mickey, and he loves me. Good singing, kindergarten. I hope you had lots of woof-tacular fun with me and Mickey today. I hope you check out some of our favorite dog books and keep singing our favorite dog songs. Until next time, bye for now.